Hello everyone, Peppermint here. This video is a collaboration for craft room organization, and this month we will be working on our tools and items that will cut or print on paper or something kind of like paper, kind of like maybe vinyl or something. This is part of a collaboration, so please do not forget to watch the other videos. I know you will get some good advice from our other participants as well. Also, please consider joining in on this collaboration. If you would like to join us, please send me an email letting me know and letting me know which months you would like to participate. You can join in at any time, and you can drop out at any time, and you can drop in and out at any time. So you don't have to participate the entire year. I appreciate it if you do. I really would love that, but I know not everybody does the same type of crafting that everyone else does. You may have someone who does a lot of sewing, which will be coming up, I think next month. Yep, next month. I myself could use some help with that because I have not yet decided how it is that I'm going to organize my sewing stuff. Well, here's the top part of that china cabinet. Remember the china cabinet that I've been working on? It is still not completely finished. There's a little bit of touching up that I need to do. And so please don't judge me on this. And this is one of my very first projects of painting furniture. And this is a laminate piece of furniture that is not real. Well, it's particle board, but on the outside of the particle board is like a film type something. I don't know what it is, but it is man-made material. And so when you working with laminate furniture, it's not the same thing as wood. Yes, I painted that wheat on the glass on the doors. That is glass doors, and I painted the top and the back of the glass. The whole china cabinet has a wheat theme. I think that back in the 90s, which is how old this china cabinet is, I believe there must have been a thing about designs of wheat on kitchen furniture, because I've seen a few things that have wheat either engraved on it, like a champagne glass or and things like that. So I do believe that it was a 90s thing. But I'm just going to be showing you the part where I store my tools for paper crafting. This is where I will be putting my Cricut at. Next time I use it, I'm going to take it out of the box and put it there. And also my other cutter. And I have misplaced my cutter that I use the most. It's the kind that has the handle that comes down, and it's used in a lot of teacher workrooms. It just chops paper, whatever size you need. It just straight cuts. I'm not sure what I have done with it. It seems like my husband may have borrowed it, but he doesn't remember, and I don't remember either. I wanted a little work area here, and I got a little work area here, but it's not exactly what I had in mind. I don't feel like it is going to be that totally awesome paper station that I wanted this china cabinet to be. That's basically what this entire china cabinet was supposed to be, is just a paper craft station where the whole thing was paper and things that dealt with paper. But I may end up changing this out sometime. Remember this drawer? Well, I have figured out a good use for it. I decided to put my vinyl in here. It's the perfect size, width-wise. I don't have that much vinyl. If it wasn't for my daughter and her getting married, then I wouldn't even have this. But that's where I'm going to store those. And I have my pocket letter sleeves right here. And then behind that, I have the mats that go inside my Cricut. And then down there is, you remember Creative Memories? That is something that to do with Creative Memories. I probably will never use it, but I don't want to throw it out. I want to hold on to it. So that is what I will be storing there. Things like, okay, up here I have these little, you have to slide things over. So I'm not going to be able to jam pack this top area if I'm going to get to stuff using this technique. I wanted to use my little Sterilite shoe boxes, the clear ones, but they are too long by about that much. And so I went to the Dollar Tree and I found this. The lids do that. And I like clear storage so that I can see what I have and be inspired by what I have to be creative in whatever. And right here I have my inks that I have never used before, and some of these things. And I have got some distressed crayons that I have never used. Most of the stuff in this box I have never used, but one day I might, so I'm holding on to it. Not to mention this stuff would be kind of costly if I bought it again. Here's my ink pads, some of them. This is my stamper that I use whenever I'm making a paper project. I might stamp the back saying made by, and then myself. And I made sure to put it at the front so that I can see where it's at, so I don't have to dig through anything to find it. Because I do use that most of the time. Here's some more. And all of these are Stampin' Up! Ink pads. And that's all I have there. I was real excited to get these little containers at the Dollar Tree. $1.25 is not bad for this. But of course, the quality is not what I would like for it to be. But it will do me for now. Also, I'm probably going to wash that off and redo it. This is my stamps. This came from the Dollar Tree as well. There's a size that is slightly smaller than this. This is a 10.5-inch cube organizer bin thing. And quality is not the best, but it's okay for $1.25. And in here, I have my stamp stuff and my stamps. This is a cleaning pad. And this, I've got things separated out. This is Christmas stuff. It's all stamps, the ones that I've been most likely to use. And I just went through my stamps very recently and got rid of a lot of stamps that I probably would never use. Here's the cleaner stuff. And I've never used this. I picked it up at a thrift store, but it is the alpha. So it is the alphabet. And I figured, you know, that might be useful one day. And this is all birthday, thank you, congratulations, words. If it says a word, then it's in here. I have birthday stuff in this one. This one is all words any kind of word basically. And this is birthday, and there is a word birthday in here as well, a couple of them. This is beach scenery stuff. Occasionally we'll go to the beach, and sometimes I'll do some wood burning with those stamps. Here is flower. If it's a flower vase or something like that, then it's in this bag. And here's a barrel of stamps, and it is Christmas stuff. And I just left it in its original container. And I got this at a yard sale, and I had like a whole bag of them I just got rid of. You know what this is? You put your stamp on here, and that sticks, the ones that stick. And here's another one. Okay, the real secret. If you have a lot of stamps and you want to organize your stamps, then this is the way I would recommend to do it. I'll have a link to my video on this, showing a little more about this. But what this is it's a catalog. I have not went through and marked out the ones I got rid of. But you see this page right here, or from here down, I've got things separated off. Whoops, you can't see. This page right here, from here down, and then I've got some more separated out. So all of this, that is my birthday stamps. And I have all of those in one bag, in one place. And here is a Stampin' Up set. Well, it's not a set, it's a birthday stamp, but it is not in the bag. It is with my Stampin' Up stuff, where it's a set that looks like that. And same thing with these right here. They would be good to use on a birthday card, but I do not have these stored in the bag where the birthday stuff is. I have it stored with my Stampin' Up stuff because it was part of a kit, and I wanted to keep the kit together and not separated out. See, I've got all these. It shows me what the stamp looks like, and that way I can pick and choose what I want to put where. Here's another one of those Stampin' Up sets. You know, remember those words that I was showing you about the birthday? Here's all my holiday stamps that either have or had, because I haven't been through here, like I said. And they are all in one area. Same thing with this. This is a set though. This is all to do with love, or maybe anniversary or wedding, mostly Valentine's Day stuff. And that's continued. And here's my beach stuff. And my flower stuff. And then just different categories. I did it in a way that would be convenient for me, what would make sense to me. Because what makes sense to me may not make sense to you or someone else. You know, always organize for yourself, unless you're organizing for someone else. This thing right here, it's okay for, you know, I like to have a container that closes because I don't like the dust. I'd rather dust the outside of something than to take each individual piece and have to wash it or dust it. And so I'm not all that keen on these little cube things, but I'd much rather have a shoebox. Okay, here. They also have the smaller size of these storage cubes. My embossing stuff in here. in one of these Dollar Tree containers. It's got my heat gun in there and my embossing powders. I have my dies in here for my Sizzix paper cutter thing. Some of these things I have never even used. This was part of a set for a die cutter kit. Embossing folders. I love making cards. And here is some embossing pads, some extra ones for my machine. And here's some snowflakes. And this, I think I got this off of eBay. And some hearts. Of course, you know I'm going to pick up something at a yard sale. And this, my stuff for my die cutting. That's not my Cricut. Okay, here are my punches. I probably went through my punches too and got rid of some stuff. This is numeric punches, numbers. Here's an alphabet set of punches. And here's my other punches. I just have them in the bottom because I don't really have that many. I have the things that would be mostly used. I have the tag and corner cutters, hearts, and a scallop circle. Things that you would be most likely to use. That's all the cutters that I own. I don't have that much. The last cabinet. Got one of those smaller bins up here. This is my pens. I have these holding my pens. And a pair of scissors. And here's my cutters. This thing right here is a tracer. It lights up and helps you to trace another image. Remember creative memories? This is the mat for creative memories. I have a couple cutters that I picked up at the yard sale. Here's my cutter that I use if I use one of these things. And here's my creative memories stuff. And an extra blade for my cutter. And that's all I have. But this is my storage for my cutters and punches and tools like that and things that print. Now my printer's somewhere else. If I use computer printer, it's somewhere else. That's pretty much it. If you would like to join in on our collaboration next month or any other time, then please send me an email. And don't forget to view the other participating channels in this collaboration. You'll get a lot of good information, I promise you. I've got some good channels in this collab. But before doing that, how about subscribing to my channel? I have a lot of good videos, tutorials for crafts, and I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the kitchen here in the future. So go ahead and do it. Hit the like button. And thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it so very much. And I'll see you around the corner. Bye-bye.